invisible. What's up, Vic? What's up, Cringe Lord 2000? What you up to? Say this, but you a bum. Alright, let's see if we can go get the skill gem transfigured. Trying to get the dual strike ambidextrous dexterity. Dexterity. So that way the like 74 orbs of regret added cost that my other character not gonna waste. Cringe, yes. Hello. How are you? The school. How's the learning? You still learning? Your brain's still like not about yet? So big. Hello. How are your customs? The end game this card? I mean, I only just started. Pretty good. Oh. Try to get something for another build I want to try. Because I'm gonna repurpose the other character I had for it. Oh, granted, he's already been repurposed. I just need to get the gem and have it leveling. So I'll probably be here for like 2 hours trying to get it. Actually, on average, the runs only take me about build. Repurposed it. Still deals a lot of damage. Oh, Carnage Heart. Another one. Like the third one I've gotten. I just wish instead of it putting it to the Kauri shores, it just send me back to my hideout, but what it is. Actually, no. I want an option for when you do this, for it just to be able to go back to this stuff. Just give us an option to loop into it for people that farm it for transfigure gems. Kind of just like sort of quality of life would be nice. There's like another portal or something that lets us just go back to the entrance. Like I was thinking about like doing relink, but with the queue from well, with how nobody was really queuing for even just sliming yesterday or the other day I tried. I don't really want to do like I'm trying to take a break from Grand Blue outside of like doing the usual daily menial grind. So that way I've rebuild up some sanity for the Rise of the Beast grind coming next week. Alright. I think I might have accidentally killed the gargoyle thing. The studying teachers aren't working and don't know the word in English, so that's like they can have studies. But for your own for now. Wait, so you have no class, but they're still expecting you to do like studying stuff, something like that, like self-study kind of stuff. Oh yeah, maybe I need to be. Oh, so it's like so it's like their time off, and then you're like studying, so you make sure that you stay up to date. So that way, when classes happen again, you can come back big brain Vic and be like, "Look at me, I'm so smart," and they go, "Oh my goodness, gold star." I got you, Vic. I got you. I see what you're doing. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Vic out here trying to get them bonus points. He's like, "Look at me, so smart." That's good though. That's a good habit to have. I accidentally killed the gargoyles and cost myself. I'm sad. I already have one. Now it's giving me like I do have a lacerative butchering character up who might get turned into a complex A bone shatter of complex trauma character. Never had one of those in school. To be fair, me either. I always got my revoked or some bullshit reason. Oh yeah, the Carnage one. To be honest, I'm trying not to do a bone shatter build. So. As I farm for a skill gem that. Wait, is dual strike? That's a green gem. I'm not wasting my gem. Okay, that is a green gem. Didn't have it. Sag. Sag indeed. Man, used to have the evict today? What happened? ¿Qué pasó? Por quoi? Por quoi? Speak to me, Vic. What are your woes? Oh, that's always a rough one. That is very rough, Vic. Sorry to hear that. If I know this, so it's not the worst situation you could be in. Yeah, that's true. It is always pretty rough when it ends up being a case of having like a pretty bad argument over it. Really easy, yeah. I'd say that would fit the how you feel about it. But I hope you feel better soon, Vic. You guys just hurting both of you? That's a pretty honestly that's a pretty mature reason to talk it out and kind of cut it off. There's definitely people that even when they realize that it's like I keep going to the right because a lot of the time the lab stuff is to the right, but in this one it's to the left, throwing me off because I'm autopiloting. There's a lot of people that even if they do recognize that, they don't tend to like be like maybe we shouldn't like maybe we should like try not doing this kind of deal. So it is unfortunate. I do think it's a very healthy step you guys decided to take. That was indeed the case. Gamer, what's up, Slinkster? How's work? Busy as always. Oh fuck! I need to remember to log into Star Rail. To get the free stuff. I logged in like once, and then I keep forgetting to log in the rest. Which you have to work. You actually have to work. Goodness gracious! It is a miracle. Banner just changed. I was just doing it just to get the free stuff from the anniversary event. That's all I cared about. That's what knows my gotcha weakness. Always just randomly be like, so about the Star Rail, I'd be like, nah, but then with the anniversary event, it was like, there's free stuff. I was like, oh, say less. But then I've been forgetting to log in because I've been like autopiloting my days these last couple of days. Oh shit. Like I'll do like my Granblue stuff and then I'll do like my PoE stuff and then I'll forget to do my like just log in to get the free draws to save up. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be the cowboy dude, right? I was talking about him last time. Mr. Yeehaw. Does he have a cowboy hat, Slinkster? Do you know? Is not the cowboy dude? Was I lied to? He's not for another 2 months? That bum baited me. He was like, look at the next character. Yeehaw, 6 shooters. I was like, oh shit, revolvers. Sign me up. Adventuring Robin? Who the fuck? Are either of them like Beto? Because they aren't Beto and Mr. Yeehaw, I don't care. And to be fair, I'm probably not gonna like pull for Yeehaw. Probably just gonna look his little trial thing and then carry on with my life. P2. Well, I mean like aesthetically, like, donks, eye patch, eye highs. Alright, lady goes yar. I just want Beto and Star Rail. Is that too much to ask for me, hell yeah? And the skip dialogue button. So I can save my space bar. I mean, like it doesn't even have to be like a Claymore user. Just make them like Beto. Singer and gambler. Attention. Do not care. Disappointed. Devastated. And shambled. Support and shield. Bro, how is a gambler a shielding unit? Should he be like a DPS? Oh shit. 2 more treasure keys. Or loot. Now when I already have one and don't need one, it's given me like 3 of them. Lore's pretty good. Look, I would say this. I rarely ever play any of the games I play for lore. Honestly, half the time, don't even care. Could care less. Could care less. Like, there are very few games. If there's a game I know lore about, it's usually either A, there's YouTube videos about it, and I listen to the YouTube videos while I play the game, aka body video with like Dark Souls or like Monster Hunter lore, or B, I find out on accident because every once in a while, like the synopsis for the skip intrigues me enough that I pay attention and actually read it, aka Grand Blue Fantasy. If I'm forced to have to consume the lore when I'm just trying to play the game, I could not give two flying fucks about it. It is in the way of me just trying to play the game. Like, in all honesty. And like, I sure as fuck don't play Grand Blue Fantasy for the lore. Grand Blue Fantasy could have the worst lore in the fucking world and I'd still play it because I don't know. The grinding loop makes me go burr. With an anime right now? I have no idea. Grand Blue Fantasy has an anime, but I don't think they've made a new one. But I have no idea. I don't know if they continued it or not. Because like Grand Blue Fantasy, I think it was like a year or two ago. They did like a full blown like anime from like Jita's point of view, and people were like really liked it. Like they brought in a lot of like new players because it was really good. Like a lot of people invested. Now Grand Blue might have one. I don't know because Grand Blue is completely different. That's something else entirely from Grand Blue Fantasy. It may sound similar coming out of my mouth because I kind of like don't pronounce the D when I say Grand very well. Because like Granblue is GRANBLUE, like one word, fantasy. And I know Grand Blue is an anime, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, now that you mention it. Yeah. But Grand Blue Fantasy is something different than that. But they did have an anime. They made one. I heard it was really good. I haven't seen it. I'm not surprised that it was good. That Games is the same people that own Rage of Bahamut, which a lot of people really liked that anime. I heard a lot of really good things from it. So they know what they're doing. It's always interesting when I get reminded like how much stuff Games has their hands in. Like the last I checked, I don't know if they still have all of the teams, but the last I checked, Games owned Games is the owner of Grand Blue Fantasy, which is, you know, they have Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, Grand Blue Fantasy Rising, which were based off of the gacha game. They have a bunch of other gacha games that are really popular. I did the same thing again. I went to the right instead of the left. But they also own a soccer team. And then I think they have like two esports team, one in like actual like one in like regular team based esports, and the other one's like a fighting game esports thing. I was thinking they signed like Daigo Mahara for Street Fighter like a long time ago. It was more for publicity more than anything. Daigo's kind of like considered one of the gods of Street Fighter, and unfortunately the format of the game doesn't really like fit his playstyle very well for the last couple. I don't know the recent ones, like how he's been doing on it. I haven't really kept up with the FGC stuff in recent years. We're gonna be here a while. This is like today. This is like my probably 10th run already. Because I did some runs before stream. I did like two. No, I did like 4 runs before stream, 4 or 5. Doesn't take me long though. On average, the run. If I don't get lost and turn right when I'm supposed to turn left, which is there's 2 points that I need to turn left, then there's only 1 point I need to turn right, and I keep going right on the second one that I need to go left, and it's wasting time. Yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy is like the only gacha game I've ever played a lot of. I've tried a lot of like the mainstream ones. Like I've tried like Blue Archive I was really interested in because like the whole tactical cover, like you just like move the unit from cover to cover, like seemed pretty interesting, and they would like shoot and then you'd use their abilities. Seemed pretty interesting, but I wasn't a big fan of the gameplay loop. And then I've tried a lot of the other ones. Definitely wasn't a fan of Fate Grand Order. That I didn't like the graphics, and I didn't like the The graphics weren't terrible, but the animations were a little like, at least when I played it, which was back when it first came to the global release was first done. The animations were like stiff, and I wasn't a big fan of it. And then I've tried a lot of other ones over the years that none of them have really stuck with me. Like, to be fair, Star Rail's the only reason I don't like Star Rail is because it's too much fucking dialogue. If they gave me a dialogue skip option, I would play Star Rail a lot more because I like the combat of Star Rail. Like, once I got a feel for the flow of it, it was really nice. I was a very big fan of it because I like turn-based combat. But it has two things against it. Right now, there's not a character that I really care for all that much, a la Beto Eula, like in Genshin, and too much fucking dialogue to go through. 'Cause, like, for instance, like an example, because like I kind of gave it when like played or like was talking about it the other day. Like, the reason I like playing Granblue is I don't really feel like if I take a break from Granblue, which usually by taking a break in Granblue generally just means that you do your daily skips and don't really do anything else and just get your daily logins and then just carry on with your life and don't really play the game at all. Like, you're not grinding any of like the meta stuff that's gonna give you like weapons for your grids that's really good and stuff like that. You can still come back to the game and kind of feel like you can catch up pretty decently enough. Not to mention the loop for events is extremely like friendly for that sort of thing. Like, for instance, there's events I can't do in like Star Rail right now because MiHoYo has this like hard on for locking fucking events behind quest, like story quests, which annoys the shit out of me. I really don't like it. And it's not like Granblue Fantasy doesn't like link shit to story, and it gives you a warning ahead of time in case you don't want spoilers. But like on some of the events, but like it's not fucking me out of like being able to do the event. Like, there's literally like the anniversary event. Like the whole reason I even wanted to do it was because there's the free selector ticket, right? Like, I can't do it because I almost full hard committed to going the wrong way again. Part of it's because I keep forgetting like I'm on the last door for it. But like, there's an event I can't do until I progress the story, which means I have to go through dialogue to do it. And it's like I just want to play the event. I don't care, and I can do that in Granblue Fantasy. I cannot do that in Star Rail, and it really annoys me. Because like the biggest difference is like Star Rail, like it was the same issue I had with like Genshin, is that Star Rail, like the way MiHoYo does things is like they want you to play the game on their time, right? They're like, we want you to play the game when we want you to play the game. Is what it feels like. Like, I'm not saying that's what it actually is. I'm just saying that's what it feels like to me with the way their systems are in place. While in Granblue Fantasy, it's like it's there, and if you want to play it, you can play it. If you don't want to play it, then don't play it. You know, and come back to it when you feel like it and do whatever. And it feels just much more like casually friendly, as in like if you just don't even like if you just want to log in, do a little bit for like 15-20 minutes and then leave, you can. Like, I haven't done the story missions in Granblue Fantasy for like probably 2 years now, I would say. Granted, at the time, like when I last did it, I was all cut up, and I'm only I think like 30 chapters, 30 behind, which wouldn't take too long to catch up on again. Um, but like but when you combine it with the fact that I can skip all the dialogue from all the story missions, and then there's probably only a handful of fights that I'd actually have to fight, and out of that handful of fights, I'm pretty sure only one of them is probably going to give me a problem, depending on like what it is, because there was a couple hard ones on the last time I tried to catch up to it, but my grids are pretty strong right now. Like, it doesn't take me that long, but I don't have to do the story anytime soon. Like, I think there's like 2 raids or something that I can't do right now at the moment, but that without progressing the story. But it doesn't matter because I can't do those raids anyway. Like, my grids just aren't strong enough to do them, and by the time my grids are strong enough to do them, they would like steamroll the fuck out of the story quest. So it doesn't matter. Like that's kind of the reason why I stick with Grand Blue Fantasy. I feel like Grand Blue Fantasy is just one of those games where if I just don't want to do anything in the game, it's fine. I can just come back to it later when I do feel like playing it, and I don't feel like I'm behind too much. Like obviously I am behind, right? Like I'm behind everybody that's been grinding stuff, like all the end game raids and stuff since like day one. But Grand Blue Fantasy does a really good job of incorporating materials into like multiple end game like weapons and stuff. So that even if you're late to the grind for the weapon, like when it's new, you can still find people to this day that will like be grinding the raids due to like one of like multitude of reasons. One of them, like the two reasons right now, like the two main reasons that you'll see a lot of end game farmers is for there's two high level like material items that you need for a lot of like end game like characters, summons and stuff like that. Or which are gold bars and eternal sands. And both of those can drop from a number of high end raids. Which people will like pop in and like, you know, blow it up just to see if they can get it. And then there's a lot of times they'll make like materials for like older raids, like kind of necessary for newer things. So that way players will have a reason to go back and farm those as well. So like there's a couple that are a bit of an issue now because they've added like skips to them. Because before you used to not be able to do like mass skips. You had to like actually individually do every single like fight. Which, to be fair, early on wasn't too big of an issue, but right now if I had to individually do every fight, I'd be playing Grand Blue Fantasy for like 8 hours a day. Like just because like it takes a little bit because there's a lot of shit to do on the daily that you can do. But even then, if I actually did, like, I think it would take me like 5 hours or something to do every single little piece of grind that I want to be doing at the moment. But but yeah, it's just like I don't know, like it just doesn't feel like I just at the moment, like I don't know, they might it might change. It's nothing's ever perfect. Like for instance, they did add something recently that I don't kind of agree with, which is they added this pass that allows for double like it's like allows you for one extra entry and like a number of raids, which I was like, fuck it, whatever, who cares. But then it also gave you like extra pendants and or like pendant cap for the week and stuff, and I wasn't too big of a fan of that. But I know that like I get it. They're trying to make money. They're trying to make money, and I'm pretty sure it was probably a request by whales because like Grand Blue is one of those games that didn't have like systems like that. Like it didn't have a pass that you could buy. From what I understand though, from people that like know about the pricing range, it's actually like really competitive pricing. Like it's pretty cheap and stuff compared to like other games. But I don't care either way. I'm not gonna buy it. Oh, there we go. Boom, we're done. Let's go. Well, we're done like with the labyrinth thing. I need to get two weapons. I need to get a sword and I need to get a I think it's a mace or something. I mean technically I have the mace. I just need like an axe or a sword offhand for offhand purposes. So time to do some mapping. I also lucked out and I got a Cyclone of Tumult. This is the main issue for me this league is that last league I was kind of like forcing myself to do things to like to make builds because I was getting quote unquote bored. This league I'm just getting shit to do to make builds. And whether it's transfigured gems or it's uniques. Like I might end up just making an explosive arrow because I have a fucking Titan's Dawn. So fuck it, why not? Like I don't know if the Viper Strike or the Mamba is still good to do or not. But I've heard some people saying Cyclone of Tumult feels really good this league. Why it feels good this league? I don't fucking know. But that's what people were saying. And then apparently when I was looking it up, this is like the current meta like melee build. Or melee. It's just it requires a lot of high end investment. So I'm gonna see how it feels. I have a it cost me like I had 59, I think, orbs of regret. It cost me 64 orbs of regret. But I respect my berserker into a into Juggernaut. I forgot that it was. So I remembered it was 5 points per for the ascendancy nodes, but my dumbass forgot about the smaller ascendancy nodes. So I like miscalculated how many like orbs of regret, like refund points I needed, and I was off by like 7 points. And I was so mad because I had to run Labyrinth because I remembered in Labyrinth. Like I remembered after I finished the lab run, the respec that I didn't have enough like refund points. I think it's 7. We'll keep Vol Grace for now. First, almost stays. I have 2 Venom guys. I have 2. It's 7. I don't remember how many I for the vendor recipe. I did it so much last league. Yeah, it is 7. All right, haha. But yeah, like that's just how I feel about it for Grand Blue at least. Like I don't know the way Mihoyo tailors their games. I'm not too big of a fan on. Anything that doesn't have quality. Why do I have shit that's just not quality or balls in here? Oh, I think some of these might have been misclicks. I remember there was a couple times I picked shit up and then I was like, oh fuck, I didn't mean to put that in there, and then I just never got around to like pulling it back out. And then some of this is for like other builds. Yeah, like some of this was for like leveling stuff. Alright, this is like way more than just like keep the info. Oh, that was for I don't have a flicker strike. The flicker strike was definitely on accident. Why? Wondering why that tab was so full and I hadn't been putting too much shit in it. Hello, welcome. How was the rest of your day? Why do I have another steel scanner? Why do I have a level 19 absolute? I think they came from a chest. Alright. Wait, Slingster, are you still here? Have you tried the Energy Blade Inquisitor from Captain Lance at all? I need to find then a reforge. Two tier 13s are pretty easy on this build. It's not too bad. Well, it kind of depends on the mod. Not the worst. Feel a little squishy because we're not the stuff. But it'll be fine. Because that's like the next, like when I finish setting up this, like trying out this like dual strike build, see how it feels. That's the next like build I plan on trying is. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Why are you? Why are you having such problems right A lot of mine's one of the ones I can't do while I'm streaming. I ran this yesterday off stream and it definitely didn't fucking have these problems. Yeah, so I need to figure out like this build, like I like it. It feels fun, especially for mapping. Feels pretty good. I need to figure out how to eke out more damage. Cause like it feels fine on T13s and it can do T14s, but like when I try to step into T15s, that's when the problems like actually happen. Like it's cleared at T15 before. It's just the mods on it were really good. Like they were basically mods that were a non-issue and any build could really handle. Granted, this build is also missing a couple levels to be caught up to Bama, but like, which will make it tankier. I'm missing some of the tankier stuff, but like I'm pretty sure I need cluster jewels, this is why I started doing delirium the other day because I was trying to find a cluster jewel that would. I'd like a cluster jewel that has like resistance, fire resistance, like small fire resistance passives on it, and then. Well, no, I want it to be like added fire damage or something. Added fire damage over time or whatever. I don't know if you can get fire damage over time or not for the small passive nodes. And then get some notables on there with like some extra fire resistance. Because I need a little bit more regen on this character. Well, actually, I need a lot more regen. Oh, he died. Haha, teehee. Everything. I love just tossing a tornado and just watching shit blow up. It's so good. I've been trying to find a chieftain build I like, or that's like low barrier to entry, I guess. And I think I found it. Basically, it's like this is an amalgamation of partially Pox's like righteous fire chieftain and and a fire tornado chieftain build I found on the YouTubes. He always enemy, I'm good. I should do ultimatum, but I don't feel like doing it. This build is actually not bad for breach, to be honest, because it just blows packs up. Actually, I think that the boss may not have died in. Oh, there it is. He did. Let's go. But yeah, since I'm running the dual dagger setup, like I don't have the regen from the Rise of the Phoenix. Since like I actually need the fire's damage. Like this it's not even fire damage, it's the spell. My two daggers combined give me +3 spell gem level. Because of the sheer amount of fucking tags there are on this ability. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this build, like I'm probably gonna swap to might swap back to like my harvest setup. It's just I don't know if this build could handle harvest on tier 13. Um, it's not very good for. Well, it's not very good for harvest either. This build's like actually just because of like how much damage it's missing. Uh, it's bad in situations where I don't have a lot of like extra ads to like explode for damage. So it takes me a long time to kill bosses and like just straight 1v1 situations. Okay. Yeah. Like I need to get all the Nico stuff. But this build, like to be honest, at first I was like kind of mildly concerned because like, oh, I think it's just like the Nico and Huck carrying it. And then I've had like 3 maps that I've done on this character where like I'll have like a one Nico thing. Like I won't have all 3 and I won't have a Huck. And it kind of just blasts its way through the map. Like it's a really good mapper. And I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. Like I'm pleasantly surprised with it. Because with my Enduring Cry setup, I have like a regen of around 2,000 each like regen. Actually, now it's like 3,000. We're at like 1245 now. And then we have like cast a Immortal Cry on like cast on hit with Immortal Cry and stuff like that with the Alta Arms Enduring Cry setup that like a lot of builds are using nowadays. Like we dealt so much damage to the boss there because of the pops. Because he kind of like spawned into a little choke point thing, right? And there's all the ads were on top of him, and so they started exploding, and so we got a lot of damage off there. Because like so the build for the fire tornado one calls for a annihilating light, but like I don't want to use an annihilating light to be honest. Because the build actually ends up using like righteous fire because you know extra fire damage, but like the amount of like fire resistance I need, I think like in order to use an annihilating light in a way that at least like I guess I would feel comfortable in. I think I would need a Parandus Pact that gives me a bunch of fire resistance for the nodes. Yeah, the tankiness is still a little like leaves much to be desired. Now, granted, we're obviously like pretty squishy because it's 75% reduced non-aura effects, so we're at like we have like no armor. I think our armor is like 11k or something, but and death be a little bit of a pain. Oh, we lost it. Oh shit, that's actually perfect. Honestly, like Ritual's been pretty decent to me this league. It's given me a divine orb. It's been a bit miss on some of the uniques, but it's kind of been helping. I don't know. I'm digging a little bit. I'm mostly just doing it because uh I'm trying to build up my collection of vessels. This is pretty good though, because you have multi mod. So I just need to roll it for some extra fizz damage, and it'll pretty an attack speed, and it'll be pretty decent offhand. Oh right, this one. I wanted to try that one. I need to dump some. Well, actually, no, I could probably. I need to dump some of these other ones though. The venture character is pretty cool. Oh, you gotten to try him out a lot. The guy's pretty lame. I don't know if he got any balance on that. I know like his kit's pretty like I don't know. It's not very amazing. If that's what you're hoping for. It's very like left gun does this, right gun does this, jump in, charge in, hit alt, do this. Almost no one picked them. Oh, that's interesting. Like I want to use this necklace, but I can't because I need the dexterity. I just don't have enough intelligence. Well, like, wait, I do. Oh shit, I do. Ah, okay, okay. I've been wanting to try to use that talisman because it gives me something that I really wanted to get. What is this? I wanted this for Heart of Flames. You don't pick, someone will pick, but I have like 30 seconds to pick them? Oh, interesting. There's any character release? Yeah, but I mean, like, Baptiste's like kit was like, I feel like it was pretty straightforward. Everybody was just like, left click burst, right click, heal nades. Just, pumps heals himself, immortality field, pain in the ass, alt aim. Fuck, now I want to run another map to see what it feels like. We're running another map. What's the, yo, Vic with the prime. Vic back with his founder status. Goodness gracious. It's been 30 years since I seen him with that number one. Thank you, Vic. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not too surprised for Vic. I'm kind of surprised for Venture, though. A lot of people seem pretty excited to try them out. Texas, US realm. Yeah, that's the server I'm on for Path of Exile. Because for some weird reason, it has a lower ping than like What geographically should be closer to me? Dark shoulders. You got your play the game. Have you uploaded it on the YouTubes yet and put it on your Twitter? You know, it only counts if you do that. If you haven't done that, then it doesn't count. It's not a real play of the game if you don't have it on your Twitter, Vic. All right, let's try a tier 15 map. Insane play of the game, bitch. Atta boy. Establishing that early dominance, been like, I'm the number one gamer here. Look at this. You guys wish you were as good as me. Uh, it feels so weird to not see it like orbs of regret. I forgot to like chisel it. Oh, well, even Maven. Oh, you want? I'm too much of a bitch. that's that's fine. It's fine. Wait, what oils? Can you even allocate that? You can. Teal, blue, gold. Okay, it was not a DPS upgrade. I think it's just because the raw stats on the talisman just don't compensate. Because we have percentage burning damage on. Yeah, no, okay, that's not really 9%. It's. I feel like technically this should be a better amulet. Is the 46? I mean, that's only 8 more intelligence. And we don't gain fire damage from fire resistance. Like, all the difference is 9% increased fire damage. But this gives us 30. So shouldn't that. Why is that talisman weaker? What? Bro, I really don't want to have to fucking fire at POB. I hate using POB, I'm not gonna lie. I absolutely hate using POB. Yeah, like it's substantially weaker. Like it's not even like a little bit weaker. It is a substantially weaker. Oh, I know why. I know why. At least 22 strength off of that. At least 22 strength, which I can't afford to lose. It's the strength. Because I have the one that makes my strength give me bonuses to magic. Spell damage. And that's actually a substantial amount of strength to lose. I'm not losing 8 intelligence. I'm losing 8 intelligence, 22 strength. Which basically means I want strength on a lot of this stuff. Oh well. I'm just gonna speedrun that map on the Bema. And then we'll go and like try to level and gear the the other character. I was wondering why it was such a fuck I accidentally. That's one thing I don't like about the portal. Is that it's so like small that sometimes I'll accidentally like click it when I don't mean to. No shot. Let's go. I can finish cross contamination. I'm pretty sure if that works the way I think it works is I just need to run basically a bestiary scarab with that and like basically I'm just gonna take a white sulfur. Oh bro, I can do my essence tree. Oh my god, we can probably finish. We can probably add another cross contamination and I should be able to finish should be able to finish the essence one too. Oh sweet. Darkest Jack. I was actually wondering if I'd ever get one of those. Kinda sucks the ritual wasn't in here though. Fuck that no. Also, I don't know why it feels so laggy today. We should close Steam. I have Steam open. Steam's probably like pulling some light resources. It already feels a little smoother. Probably because Steam was like slurping a little extra juice that normally would be not getting slurped out. I don't know. Bama like numerically feels cool. I just don't like the playstyle. At least not the lightning one. I think if I had gone for the poison one, even if it felt like weaker, I think I would have enjoyed it more. I just don't like the playstyle of having to smash and summon the like the clone like in the same spot. And I don't like how I can't like tell it where to shoot. Like they had been shooting at the rare with the tormented, and then they just started shooting at a random shit off in Narnia for no reason. Oh shit. The main reason, like, I'm trying to make the quiver for this guy. Like, the biggest reason I'm trying to focus on that is, if I somehow, some way, natural a Widow Hail, then I can use that as a, for my bow. But if not, then after, like, if the quiver rolls something hopefully usable, I will, then try to craft the chaos damage bow. No! Shit. I tried to dodge out of it, but I was fucking in the corner. Fuck you. Oh, so much XP I lost there. Oh, that could have been like 8k easily. Shit. I got stuck. I was trying to dodge the thing. Like I got stuck on this. I was trying to like move around this, and then like I kept moving my mouse instead of just like having it in one spot. So I kept doing this, and then I just stayed in place and just died. Feels smoge. Oh, that'd have been like chaos damage instead. I'd have taken that. I'm telling you, I can't complain about ritual. 2 of those? That's my second one. The blanching one. I have another one, which I got from having a pack of having the I got really lucky. I got one of the ones with the higher rarity. Of course it's fucking cool. Bro, they I feel like they made a lot of mistakes with this fucking league. The fucking whatchamacallit. The 2 lockers just aren't full enough. They aren't big enough at all. The morgue needs to at least double, if not triple, the capacity of corpses it can hold. Uh, the I feel like they need to like double the all flame embers one. Like it's so dumb. I hate how much like it just drops in this one, and it's just like and you have to like pick them up. Cause like I'm like I need to save stuff for both like for not only the quiver but then for the weapon that I want to do after the fact. So it's just like bro, why are you taking up so much of my fucking like you decide to make a league that like exacerbates one of the most critiqued fucking problems of Path of Exile, which is loot space. Like, hey, we're gonna make a league where the league mechanic revolves around, um, let's see, these corpses you have to pick up, which take up space in your inventory now with the coffins, which before you just had to leave them. Now now you can, whoop de doo, you can keep them, but you kind of have to make space for it. And I think I don't remember if he uses that in the build or not. Oh, and then there's also these all flame embers, which, by the way, they kind of have their own locker, but you're gonna run out of space pretty fucking fast when you're getting a decent number of good ones. But then you don't always want to use them, because then if you use some of them, it's kind of just wasteful. And then, if you use them and then the next time you get one that would have been better if you had to, like, it's so dumb. Like, they literally, like, this league, like, in all honesty, like, I feel like just kind of exacerbated all the problems that Path of Exile has, which is um stash tab space and how much shit they keep adding that you have to pick up, and uh the crafting. But yeah, the crafting. Cause like what do I do? Right? Like just what do you do? Like once if they don't do something to the like, I think both, like, well, mostly to the crafting thing. Like, if they don't do something to the crafting after this league, and they don't buff like skills and stuff, next league's gonna be an absolute shit show. Like, just absolute shit show, in all honesty. I'm gonna use that for now, just better. So it's just like I don't know what they have planned for next league. Like, to be honest, like, I think like this league should have literally just been a bare bones filler league, like, and then they should have just focused on the what's this cast on that freaking thing? And then just focused on the, it is four. At least it's going to be 4 red on mine. Just focused on getting stuff set up, like the getting the scarabs in a good spot, because I feel like they shot themselves in the foot by doing too much at once. Right? Like, they went, we're going to put um we're going to um change up all the scarabs, really rework like the end game systems, quote unquote. And then what we're going to do is we're going to we're gonna then, on top of that, add a league mechanic, which then also interacts with the end game systems, and then hope that nothing like explodes. And I'm just sitting here like, that's a terrible idea. You're going to have a bad time. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know why. Well, I guess it's because he has a corrupted one with increased physical damage. I'm gonna just try this one, see how it feels. If not, we'll just get him something else. It should be pretty easy though, because we were doing this in like lower tier maps. I need to get a war banner. I need a precision with arrogance. Um, need a punishment. I need a brutality or ruthless and a trauma. I need to craft this to be something useful. Oh man. Brutality. Was it ruthless? Ruthless. Really? And trauma. I think lightning is. Oh wait, no, right, resistance cap. I somehow managed to pull it up. Nice. And that's the Mambo one. Texture. Trauma. Ruthless. Brutality. I need frostblank. I forgot to get arrogance. Like I feel like it's one of those things, like to be fair, like again, I'm always for them trying things out, but I feel like it's one of those things that in hindsight, when you like sound it out, you kind of go, huh, maybe we shouldn't have like combined that much shit together. And to be honest, like honestly speaking, like I think that corpse crafting is like their attempt at like figuring out a way to change baseline crafting as a whole. Because, all right, because you know what corpse crafting reminds me of? You know what it reminds me of? Last epoch crafting. Obviously not to the same degree, right? But like when you think about it, it's it's you can see the connections there. You think about it. You dial it in. You've got, the things that you can specifically chase from the for getting like perfect items and stuff and all that kind of jazz. I think the biggest reason it wasn't like it was in its like watered down state, so to speak, when it first released. What the fuck? All right, I have like so this bad boy. I'm just using it just for now because I don't really have a better ring at the moment. And I don't feel like using harvest juice on it. Um, all right, it needs to be rare. Wait, is defense? Fuck, defense is blue. But there should be one for life, yeah. Okay, life is red juice. Good, good, good. Oh, I don't roll terribly for the first one. But while I'm here. But like I have a feeling that, you know, the coffin crafting thing is it might actually be maybe their step, like it might be the step forward they're trying to take in changing the crafting system, potentially. Like this is just kind of me talking out of my ass a little bit though. Cause like I don't know. But it feels a little too similar, in all honesty. Like I see too much of a connection between them and not like kind of connect the dots of like, oh shit, this I think they're trying to do something with this. Like I think they're trying to do something with it. Fire cold resistance. I don't need the intimidate. What other shit do I need for this? Give that. Oh, ancestral cry. Right. But I think I need that with call to arms support. This one is going to be ancestral cry, call to arms. Oh, and I think that needs to be lifetime also. So that actually just, I don't know. I just wasted some fusings, but it's fine. Distance. Oh, stay. All right. How much mana? Amigo. 12 mana, we can afford it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Bro, we go kind of quick with it. God damn. Sheesh. She's like, yo, 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 yo. All right. Let's go see how much of a shit show it is in some white maps. Ready to get my shit show then. So supposedly, um, this is supposed to be like, at least for bossing, this has like the top potential, right? Like it needs some investment to do bossing stuff, but with bossing, it is. Oh, it's um. Apparently, this is like potentially the best melee ability in the game at the moment. Like when it's all like to the team to the you have all the stuff like the paradoxica and stuff like that. Well, I mean, well, there's a crit variation with like paradoxica and stuff. This is a precise technique version, but I need to get the skill gem up. But for it being a level 1 skill gem, it's not that bad on a juggernaut. I also don't have enough accuracy for precise technique at the moment. You know, for level 1, to be fair, we do have some pretty good gear to start off with it. I have a deceiver, which to be fair, I've dropped like 6 of these fucking things. It's to the point where I've stopped picking them up. We do have like the frost breath thing, even though I don't really think that's a point of contention. It generates more fucking rage than fucking when I was on the fucking berserker, bro. It's also really helpful because there's a lot of plus XP. Yeah, I'm trying not to pick up the Nico stuff because I want to see how it feels without any of the bonuses active. It feels pretty good. Now it's gonna be a little slow because since, you know, the call to arms rule applies a decent bit of like cooldown. I need to get it qualityed, but I just don't feel like running lab all that much. It feels good, honestly. For coming in here with a level 1 ability, like, it feels pretty good. Like, it's a white map, yeah, but I alked it. This character's only level 71. Like, his gear's, like, okay, I guess. Like, this one's not the worst, but I didn't reroll anything on it. The increased attack speed's really nice, though. I mean, Tanuahi, I guess you could say in a way, is definitely helping, but I feel like even without the Tanuahi, it'd still feel really nice. Like, this could be a Carnage Heart, but I didn't put one on. I put the belt of the Sea on just because the other belt was dog shit. So far, I would say the respecking was definitely worth. Oh, right, I forgot Blood Ridge. And even then, I changed it because yeah, I still have the intimidating cry, Julian. Where's the fucker fighting? Hmm? It is blind. Oh yeah, yeah. My defense, he was a bit camouflaged. All right, it feels good. Time to take my bonuses. Get this up. Nico, give me your juice. Give me the power. The reason I wanted to try it, like what it felt like without the stuff, is because this is supposed to technically be more of a bossing build. Which, to be honest, would mean I would have 2 pretty decent builds. That's pretty good. I really like if there's one other change I would want them to do to like like the corpses is I wish they would give us the ability to just torch them like out and about. Because the amount of times I've had to pick up a coffin and then just drop it because it's covering like a stack of fucking currency that I can't hide the stupid like thing for. Annoying. Annoyed. Also, I really do hope so. Apparently, there's like talks that 3.25 is supposed to be quote unquote the quote unquote like melee renaissance second coming, one could say. Honestly, I just want them to get rid of the fucking totems. I'm so tired of having to fit a totem in almost every single melee build. It's also kind of weird because I saw the whatchamacallit, the Captain Lance. Like I was kind of like watching because like I want to try the Energy Blade Inquisitor, right? I've always said that's one of the other that's one of the other like potential League Start builds I wanted to try. But I think what I'm gonna do in that one is I'm actually gonna like it's probably gonna be like one of the last builds I do, and I might actually put it through the ringer, aka I'm going to like start it on SSF so I have like clean everything and then see how it plays. But I don't know if I'll do that like anytime soon. I might do that like in an attempt to do it like before the next league or something. Because I'm spent doing that. I'd rather just play the game, do my challenges, stuff like that. I would like to be able to get the tier 2 stuff. It's just that the challenges in PoE are so time consuming. Let's say did I not four link my gloves? I didn't four link my gloves, did I? I know I didn't four link my gloves because it's telling me I can push fuckers. No, I did four link my gloves. Why is it saying I can cast punish? I leveled it too much, that's why it's mellow. You have a cast when damage taken support from ooh, regen life. I really wish they would change this weapon. This weapon should not be a Warcry weapon. It doesn't make sense for it to be a Warcry weapon at all. It has a fuck ton of cold damage. Let me turn this into like some sort of like glacial hammer. Like turn it into like a glacial hammer unique or something. Could you imagine glacial hammer trauma? Like they just turn this into a glacial hammer, like specific two-handed axe. And then you just, bruh, go to town on it. Oh my god. Glacial hammering or ice crash or something. Like, come on, come on. Can we please? It's 20. Bro, yeah, not bad. I need to go get my blood range. I need to buy an Orb of Regret to D-level. Well, actually, I'll just buy a new one. I'll just buy a new one and just leave it level 1, I guess. I didn't give him any portal scrolls because I didn't plan on really ever touching this character again. Holy shit, the attack speed though. God damn. Like to be honest, like it almost feels like it could go do yellow maps. If I'm honest. Oh, actually, okay. See, that's how those things end up in that. And I'm too lazy to go and like change it. This is pretty good because of the reduced effect of shock. Because I currently have this. Wait, do I even need that? Yeah, I think I do. Pretty sure I do. Trying to make sure I have every. All I'm missing is this. Like technically, I would already have his like tree done, but I didn't want to take these points out because I wanted this jewel socket. I want another jewel socket though. I want another one. Yeah, then get corrupting blood immunity here. But no, I think I'm still missing. I'm kind of like piecing this together because. Oh, fucking, that's a crit setup. I can't use. But I probably have to get the Paradoxica and then actually like. Hmm. Need an internal damage. I don't know enough about this guild to know when to do like the shift. I also need to take this point out. I didn't have enough orbs of regret to take it out, which would let me get this. I just go for other dual wielding stuff. Crit. Well, it's because the problem is that like dual wielding, I think is predominantly like crit based. And keep those two. Yeah, I'll just go buy an orb of regret and grab this. And then at 73 we can get corrupting blood immunity. And I mean technically if I grab this, I can then just drop this. Like swap this out. But like the accuracy is pretty nice right now. I guess I could grab these just to get more accuracy for a little bit. Oh no, I need to grab some more. This tree. Yeah, here. We need to grab this stuff and then grab these two and then these two. And then grab our Panopticon. I don't think. No, because it's the minion one. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hold up. Hold the phone. What do I need for this? Combat rhythm and quick and deadly. Hold up. Oh shit, why did I scar that? I'm just dumb. Oh, I guess I already had to. Alright, so we want combat rhythm and quick and deadly. Oh no, holy shit. Oh shit. I held on to that for completely different uh a completely different thing, and then now we got what I needed for this. Let's see if I mean if we can get what we need. Combat rhythm, quick and deadly. I haven't seen it like roll either. This is Bound Shatter, I would already be done. Well, actually, no, let's feed the frenzy, I'll take it, but the martial prowess is really good. Visual killer. Fuck, there's combat rhythm. Alright. Wait, are those? Wait, so combat rhythm's a suffix. I'm hoping the other one's a prefix. It doesn't say on the other one. Fuck, they're both suffixes. Oh no, it is a prefix. Let's go. Alright. We technically can get both. Should I just use this or not? Like, part of me kind of wants to just use the. I just hold on to this and then just use this. The regen life isn't like the best, but like, I feel like it'll be good enough for while we're leveling. Right? I just need to go get an Orb of Regret, refund this, put the point there, next point goes here, and then after that we just put 2 points here, put it in here, and then just level it up. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, this time let's not forget to grab our stacks of scrolls. I need to toss those out. Why did it tell me my thing was full? There's two, like, obvious empty slots right here. Bruh. getting fucking trolled here. Arabs? That wouldn't be terrible. Rayleigh and yeah, that's rarity. I want to waste rarity on that. Yeah, let me just put a mob that can't drop shit onto the thing that has increased rarity of items drop. I don't want to put that on. Like, yeah, Mello, take the devoted mod that gives I also need to all my flasks. I need to get them rolled properly. Um yeah, these let me just take the sorry, trying to do a map full of like rogue exiles might have been a little overzealous. So he was a poison thing, and I have like minus 60 chaos resistance because I haven't rolled amethyst rings. What did I do to myself? I gave myself a fucking map full of a map full of fucking of rogue exiles. I'm not doing these rituals like on this character. Like I'm gonna get a different character. Do it. Oh, I forgot to do the swap. Doesn't matter. If I level as soon as I level up again, I'm gonna grab the corrupting blood immunity. I forgot to do the regret orb. Go and buy it. Part of me wishes that you could choose what like obviously I don't want all of the skill gems being like auto leveled, but I wish you could like choose which ones you would want auto leveled. Like right, like if I have a main skill that I'm trying to level, like I'd like to be able to be like yes, like you know how there's you can shift click to be like I don't want to level that anymore. I wish there was one like I don't know maybe alt click or something to be like yeah I'd like that to just auto level when it's time. Stop fucking running from me. Accuracy up yet? I know. Oh, it is. All right. We're at 42. Oh, it kind of lacks a little bit in the explosion department, but will do. I feel like once it gets up and running, it'll be pretty interesting. I say you could. I'll fuck back here. I'm done beating the shit out of you. You too. I don't lose my XP, so the main reason I'm just gonna bring in probably just bring in the Bama. I will say playing this, I do feel the the change is worse. Like I don't know why they felt they didn't want it because they basically very clearly stated they in the Zizarin interview it was like basically implied they didn't like the way like it kind of developed this meta of like having a skill bound to your left click. I'm not sure why they didn't like that. One of the things I thought that was cool about Path of Exile was specifically the fact that you could like your left click was more than just walking and looting. Like I thought that was really cool, but for whatever reason they don't like it. I don't understand why. Um like I'm genuinely confused why it was an issue for them. I have almost all of my like I'm actually just generally confused why they didn't like it. Like I don't know if they have like a blog post or if there's like another interview they did where they explained it in more detail. Because to be fair, like for all my other builds, don't really feel an issue. For this build in particular, the lack of having Ancestral Cry on left click is pretty noticeable. Because now in order to have like to feel like I have like a pretty noticeable amount of like clear on this build. Um like you kind of need Ancestral Cry or because like Ancestral support just doesn't do enough, right? Like realistically speaking, this shouldn't even be an argument because you shouldn't even need something like Ancestral Cry. Like realistically speaking, like this shouldn't even be a skill that you need on melee. Like it should just be like a notable on the passive tree that you can get, in my opinion. Like there's so much stuff that requires like I think part of the reason there's so much like socket pressure on melee is because like honestly I feel like they're just too out of touch with how melee works. Like or how it's developed, right? To kind of like keep up with the way they've been developing the game. There's a lot of things that go into gems that you need, like for from like war cries and stuff that I think should just be baked into the passive tree and to like notables or whatever. Like Like I'm saying, Ancestral Cry was like something you really didn't need before because there was the mastery, right? The attack mastery that covered it. If I understood correctly. I don't know. I never did Bone Shatter too much when it before they did the change because they did do a change on that stuff. And from my understanding, it wasn't like, but you know, it kind of got a little nutty, but it was fine. Like I don't know, they did this weird thing. I remember when slams used to be like the build, like that's what you built. Like that, like it was like slams were super strong, which felt really good because slams took a lot of investment. Slams have always had like the piano style, but the payoff was that, you know, hey, you had to hit all these keys to make your slams deal a fuck ton of damage. But by the way, you basically just, you know, deal a shit ton of damage. It just, mm, Dark Shoulders. So, what were they trying to do? I don't know. I think it was just a case of, oh shit, we gotta nerf this stuff because it's too strong, but then we're gonna like over nerf it. Like if that makes sense, which is not even, that's not like a singular problem for like a dev team. Like that's just a problem for gaming in general. Lots of video game companies don't know how to like, don't know that like, well, they try to like pull levers to try to deal with the issue ASAP. And a lot of times what happens is they either don't do it enough because they're too afraid of what could potentially happen, or they do it too much, which is more common. And yeah, that's just a problem with like, that's just been an issue that's plagued the like balance. I mean, like, and I'm not saying this like balancing is easy. Balancing is not easy. Balancing anything is incredibly difficult when it comes to gaming because all the features and stuff that you can think of, all the uh what is it? I kind of like them like, yeah, I don't like them with, but but like for instance, like right, like the reason I would say that they had such a huge debacle early on with all the like farming strats was just because, you know, instead of being like, hey, we're gonna do kind of like something that's not focused on like something that can't really affect the maps and stuff all that much, like the devoted mods and stuff. And then we'll do the scarabs, and then once we get the scarabs figured out to make sure that there's nothing like super crazy exploitable there, you know, then the league after that we do the other one. Like, you know, that would technically be the best way to do it, especially considering that we just had like the Wildwood like league, and like people were really like miffed about the Wildwood league specifically because in order to really get like a lot of juice out of it, you needed a lot of like, you basically had to play meta stuff because like I tried it. I just didn't like it because it was too fucking dark and I couldn't see the things half the time because I'm blind as fuck. When like it's, well, that and because like Path of Exile has never been very good on the whole making shit clearly visible, so that especially if it's gonna murder you kind of maneuver. But I digress. Um, fuck, I really want to put this. It's gonna take a while because I need one level here, two, three, four, and then we can start working on it. Also, that was a blue map. That was also because I put a bunch of rogue exiles in there. I don't think my things are leveled up enough to deal with that just yet. Don't I have amethyst rings? I do, but I have no juice to roll them. I only have 400 juice. Yeah, I need to go back to farming harvest. I had so much juice before because I was farming so much harvest, and then now I have like nothing. Oh, so this is deceptive. It shows me like I have more slots than I actually do over there. Go to you. Sulfide, sulfide, air. Don't really need those either. I don't need those because I have plenty. From when at the beginning of the league I was farming Legion. But yeah, like I don't know, what would I like to see from a melee rework? Get rid of basically get rid of the totems, bake in a lot of that into just the default like passives and stuff, right? Like I don't know if they can like rebalance every single individual skill, so I think the fastest way would just be to I forgot to recraft my um yeah, harvest. But yeah, like probably just bake it into a bunch of the like the passives, right? For the attack speed and the damage that we'll lose from Protector and from War Chief. Because it's not just the buff you get from Protectors and War Chief. Like people forget it's the Panoptica, which is 30%, 50% increase effect of the buff. So it's like it's not just the damage from the thing. Like there's a lot of damage locked in the totems, and then the war cries like fill in a lot of the utility that this is gonna be a bit of a shit show. I think I'm probably gonna die trying to do this. Chase these fuckers down. Get rid of the melee totems. For the war cries, like I think for the most part the war cries are not the worst, but I think it would be nicer if like some of them were just baked utilities into into like notables in the passive tree or into masters. Like Ancestral Cry, like for if you're playing something that doesn't have a lot of AoE on it. Like what I like for instance this ability. Like it would be nice. Um Stuff like that I'd like to see. This but but yeah, just stuff like that I'd like to see. And then if it ends up making melee like super dominant for a league, then fuck it, just leave it. Like with how many like super top tier skills have been ranged at the moment, like I don't think for the most part anybody would really complain, or if they do, like honestly, fuck them. would complain about Melee having like, you know, at least a league where it's like, okay, this is the Melee league, you know, it's like shit, you know, we'll take data and then like rebalance them next league, but fuck it, let's let them go fucking crazy again. Cause like, what is it? Because like, realistically speaking, it's like most of the leagues recently have been really ranged favored, right? Like, or like totem favored, I guess you could say. I don't know if you want to bake those in, but like, what were like the top builds for Crucible? It was it was whatchamacallit, it was the explodey totems, right? And then I was thinking what it was like the bow. Like there was a bow build that was really strong. There was the ballista builds, and then there was the spectral shield throw build that was incredibly powerful. If you could get the Crucible tree to like get rolled onto the unique, right? Well, like there was I watched so many people try to figure out something for the melee side, and it was like there was nothing. There was just nothing for the melee side there. And Crucible is extremely rippy. So then what comes after that? Well, then we get Trials of the Ancients, which was a shit show for melee because you just get one-shotted by everything in the upper ranks. So what did we have? Totems and ranged again and stuff like that. Like a lot of it also. I mean, there was I think like the glacial hammer, whatever glacial hammer, saw some pretty good use there as just like a delaying thing. But from what I remember, like even after all the cheese stuff got like nerfed, it was a lot of it was still a lot of like just range builds is what you wanted to do. Sanctum, could you run it on melee? Yeah. Was it better on? Actually, I did that out of order. It was Sanctum and then whatever. But basically, like I'm not even going in order because I don't remember them myself. But it's just like a lot of the recent leagues. It's like the mechanic itself hasn't been very like melee friendly, and then like or the because to be fair, Crucible was like not no build friendly in my opinion. Like you know they had the ultimatum ring mechanic, so even range builds couldn't like uh couldn't really do it. Like you had to sit in there with those fucking dangerous ass mobs, and then so you know that was. But like the potential for the builds, right, that you could get out of the Crucible weapons leaned very heavily towards ranged, which kind of makes me feel like what might be the case, which it happens. Like you can tell it in like dev teams, is that maybe a lot of the devs right now they have a better handle on like the range side of things than they do the melee side of things, which is normal. That's okay. That happens. Like because that's kind of what it feels like, right? Like a lot of times they do like new range skills, feel pretty good. New melee skills feel pretty shit. For the most part. Like last rage of butchering, like a lot of people kind of had, well, quote unquote, a lot of people that I was paying attention to because I look at all of the melee stuff had some pretty decent hopes for it because it had really, really high damage numbers, like extremely high damage numbers. And they're like, wow, this could be like, the next Bone Shatter or, whatever. Plot twist, it wasn't. I think like the best build for it ended up being some sort of General's Cry crit build, which kind of got nerfed because of the whole, no left click stuff. But also I need like way more. The build feels really good though. Sheesh. I don't know how it would feel like without like the Frost Breath and the Deceiver and the Tanuahis. But it's fine because I don't think I'd ever actually league start this build. Plus, I need to swap my Protector for a War Chief. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to use War Chief. Um, but it's just the like right. So we had Sanctum, which was it was doable on melee. I'd seen people do it on Bone Shatter like plenty. Like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it wasn't doable for melee. It was just much harder to do on melee. Like you had to be much more aware of what was going on. And as someone who's like not very good at this game, it was kind of hard for me to again predominantly dark rooms. Hard to, for me. Like I had a hard time just seeing the stuff on the ground that would eat at my resolve, stuff like that, etc. etc. So I guess skill issue really at the end of the day. Uh, but you know, it was definitely uh it was definitely a league that kind of or mechanic because now it's core that kind of favors a bit more of like a totem slash ranged playstyle. And even though I'd say it's probably more totemy based, which is whatever. Um, so oh 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 shit, I didn't know that button was there. That was kind of whatever. What else? So we had Toda, Crucible, Sanctum, then like Wildwood. You know, just from how rippy it was, kind of just again, kind of just favored ranged a little bit. It's just because it oh should I take that? Because technically like it's supposed to be a Paradoxica later and then Axe on your offhand. But I feel like global crit well no, because it's crit strike multiplier, not crit chance. I think it was crit chance would be better. Um sorry, I get really distracted this time of the night because like my brain is kind of running at 100 miles an hour and I'm too tired to kind of like rein it in and make it finish like the thought process. But that effect is so cool. I love the little like effect that you get around the hands. It's like I love that effect. That effect is like pretty sick. But what should we call it? Words. So yeah, so Wildwood, right? Like I did it on Bone Shatter. I detested doing it on Bone Shatter, but I think that was less the area just catered to range, and it was just more like how dark it was. I guess again you could repeat skill issue, but Wildwood area, I think it just kind of like I don't know what is it with PoE and being like everything needs to be super dark. Shit doesn't have to be dark just to fit like the morbidity of Path of Exile, in my opinion. Right? Like, can this guy do yellow maps? Like he's kind of just busting his way through the rest of these. I think he can do yellow maps just fine, honestly. But hmm. And now we have another league that got people really annoyed because it introduced another extremely strong ranged build with the Archmage stuff. Uh, which is almost like from what I can tell is kind of considered the strongest, if not like one of the strongest, but probably like the strongest build at the moment. Like it's this like league's what I understand it's basically this league's like explodey totem build. Because like it's so strong and you can get such perfect things for it to make it like perfect that it's quite possibly like the cap on it is so easy to reach. The skills like the power ceiling on it with the graveyard crafting. So I don't know if they're gonna nerf the Archmage or if they're gonna leave it for another like leave it as is because I think the league mechanic kind of skews it a little bit. Because a lot of people that are talking about it, like the people that are playing it at the top end, are like, this would not be possible in a regular league. They're like, it's literally only possible because of the crafting changes and the graveyard crafting. Like how easy it is to reach the cap of the weapons. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like if that's the case, then they should probably do it on a like they should probably like maybe like slightly like tone down the numbers a little bit, but that's nothing like too crazy, and then just see how it does on like the next league. And then if it kind of like keeps performing just as ludicrously as it has been, then probably give it like a decent little tapping. Like I don't want to see them like nerf the shit out of it after they just made it usable, right? Like I think that's like kind of not the right way to handle it. But I don't know. It's like it's kind of like I don't know. I was watching Smokey's video that she put out on YouTube about it. I kind of agree. As someone who enjoys melee, it's like the amount of like melee builds that feel playable is at like a high level feels pretty low without requiring like a lot of investment. Like this one feels pretty good, but I'm also running around with what, 2 uniques, 3 uniques. I have a Tanuahi, a Deceiver, and a and the mace. Now, I think the only one that really makes a difference there is the Tanuahi, because the Tanuahi gives me the leech. But honestly, like I've done enough like strike ills at this point that I kind of know how to fix those problems if they appear, so it's not really a big issue. I think this build does fine, and it has like a pretty high cap that you can get to. I just need to get into go farm betrayal for a Paradoxica and then just try to get something decent out of it. That's Tujin. I should do Tujin. I haven't done Tujin in a while, and I think he had something I want. What did you have, Tujin? I don't think that's what I wanted. Whatever. I definitely don't think I would have been excited for 10 Chaos Orbs. I've been over 100 for a while now. But yeah, so it's kind of just like, I guess detonate dead. But it's like, I've seen people do stuff with, well, like, cause like for instance, right now, like tier 17s, like if tier 17s, aside from the fact that, from what I understand, they're way too overbalanced. Um, like basically from top to bottom, that's basically what I've heard everybody saying. They're like way too strong. Like people are using the like super like archmage setup with basically perfectly rolled items are going in there and being like, I don't even know if my character will survive this. So if that's not indicative that they're a little too nutty, I don't know what is. But but from what I understand, because like Mathel's been trying to do it, because Mathel is someone who I like watching his stuff because he's a melee enjoyer and he does a lot of like off the cuff melee stuff, right? Like he doesn't just do the like he doesn't just do bone chatter and all that other stuff. Granted, he has a much deeper understanding of the game than I do, and it's a little hard to like follow his stuff completely because since I don't trade, like I play like solo self-found. Um, it's a little difficult to pull off some of the stuff he wants to do, and like a lot of his videos are more like, well, this is a build I put together and this is how it plays and here's the PLB for it. I'm not at a point where I can like dissect it and kind of dial it back and be like, okay, I can do, replace this and this with it. But it is a case of like it is cool to see someone, and he's like struggling to even do it. He's been trying to do T17s on the with the builds he's been doing. He usually does pretty good ones. Granted, I have like, and it's not to say that there aren't like quote unquote melees that can deal with it. I've seen a lot of like videos for armor stackers that can do T17s relatively easily. Quote unquote relatively. Like I don't understand enough of the modifiers. Like obviously there's probably definitely modifiers they wouldn't be able to handle. But like there was a video of an armor stacker that I watched that was using what was that? Smite? I think it was Smite. Does Smite count as like a melee skill? I think might. Well, I mean it's an attack skill if I remember correctly. What did we get? Nothing of value. Um but it's just like when you look at their POBs, like they're worth like hundreds of divines, like the build. And I'm just like, bro, that's insane. Oh shit. Juggernaut power. I would have died there if I was in a jug. God, I love Juggernaut. Dude, there you are. Split. The animation is a little. I wish it was more of like a. Well, no, because then I think it would like get into the rage cleave one. I was like, I wish it was more like a clapping thing, but then I guess this is like the best we got. I was sitting here going, what? I can't afford these? Oh, no, I remember. No, I have my thing activated. I have my loop filter applied. Which I just have a very bare bones basic loop filter, so if that's not getting picked up, then it means that those are actually just a poo poo caca. X fire an additional arrow. Ah, increase? Yeah, I could have gotten like a main hand one of the. Well, no, the item level wouldn't be very good for that. I guess at this level we'll just look for like uniques and. It's kind of funny because I was watching whose video was it? I think it was MP's video where he's like public service announcement. They added a hotkey for opening a portal scroll. And he was like, not the skill gem. And I'm sitting here like, bro, if anybody was expecting the skill gem to get its own like hotkey when you can literally just put it on your fucking what you expecting. But yes, you can just open a portal without opening your inventory, which is really nice. 20. What is it with these maps and 25% less armor? How about 25% less sucking my dick, bro? Sorry, I've just been having a lot of 25% less armor recently. I get a little testy. Tell it to go, Chupacabra in the corner. But yeah, I don't know. I would love to see, for me personally, I would love to see next league just basically be just make it a melee league. Just toss out the totems, maybe reallocate some of the stuff. Like, and I feel like, to be honest, I feel like the war cries aren't too bad personally. I think like seismic cries kind of a piece of dog shit, and they could probably like change it to be a little better. So that would be nice, but oh, hey, Jin. Hi, buddy. Fuck back here. I'm not done beating. Bye. Yeah. Jorgen. Oh, perfect. Guess we can see what we got. I don't think there'll be anything good, but you know, never hurts to check. Unveil that we did. Another unveil we did. Strength, intelligence. Intelligence. I hate those stupid orbs, honestly. I fuck those orbs. I was wondering why I was getting knocked back. I forgot I have the shrine. Yeah, now that it's not just like speedster, like speed leveling my stuff, skill definitely feels really good. Let's see if we can do this. I was close. Gotta pop my flasks. Like a lot. I just need to get these two rolled. Or I need to get a better one of these and then roll it. Big actor Vicious. Thank God. Probably gonna run that safe house. Oh, them in so but yeah, I forgot to go roll those flasks. I need to do that next. I need to roll those flasks. I need to swap my totem. Oh right, so I kind of mentioned earlier that I was watching. So I was trying to watch like Captain Lance's video for well, I was trying to watch one of his VODs that he was doing like when he did like pre-league like run of like a pre-league like practice run of his holy shit, what the fuck did he hit me? He almost killed me. Uh and it was around the time when a lot of the like when the initial like teaser trailer was shown of the call to arms role, right? Bro, I wish I could hide these. Like these? Not this one. These. Like I don't know if there's a way to like turn these quests off to not show up or not. I'd have to see, but it really annoys me. They take up so much space. Like it makes no sense for this to be like if you're not gonna let me like get rid of these, put this over here. Or put the skill gems over here. Like why is everything stacked on the right side? And I like to like fuck off, bro. I hate when like my UI is cluttered. One of the things I hate the most is a cluttered UI. I was like, what the fuck? I should have known better than to try an Essence Monster on this build at this stage. I don't have enough damage. Yeah, I can see this build being. Especially once I get the cluster jewel set. Because my plan is to just use the cluster jewel setup as I have it. And then I didn't get shit for that, did I? Oh no, we got 1,000. Is just use the cluster jewel I have, and then once I like plateau again, I'll just save a bunch of resources. And if I haven't gotten another cluster jewel that I can roll, I'll just roll I'll just roll that one again. Fuck. Yeah, Soul Eater Mellow. Of course he's gonna murder your face, you fucking moron. Bruh, I'm just standing there trying to tank him. Like, he's not gonna fucking just rip my face off with a Soul Eater stacks when I don't have this set up. I'm just shooting for 2 charges, 1 hit. 3 charges. Okay, like, I have to roll it again later, but we'll take it. We will take it for now. This one I think can roll 2 charges. If we get another one that's just 1 hit, we'll take it. Like 1 charge per. I'm gonna roll a little slower because I'm tired, so I accidentally rolled past it. Or not again, but roll past it. Like, period. Fuck off, bro. I'm trying to get the shield attack speed one. I have not gotten it a single time. I'm gonna do Vanna because I'm also just gonna like I'm gonna wrap up those rituals and then I'm gonna go do the safe houses. Bro, I like as soon as I saw you had Soul Eater stacks, I knew what was coming. I knew I was gonna get fucking deleted. And I did. I did. I just sat there and took it like a champ and got deleted and wasted an entire ritual. Like really, all I needed to do is just walk away from him. Bro, yeah, I got like nothing out of that. Fuck me. I guess I can kill the essence dude. Yeah, I mean, we could have gotten probably 8k out of this if I hadn't been a moron. Body armor is +1 to level all minion skill gem. Oh, lightning gun. I'll bite. Uh, Alright, Jin. We got safe houses to do. Who's in here? Stashing, incubators, stockpiling, catalyst. Both of those? Not bad. Honestly, if we could get like a singular incubator, be pretty nice. Oh, sweet. And it's 81 for the level. Something I do find weird, right, is like, so they claim that part of the reason they did PoE 2 is to fix melee. But I feel like that's a terrible way to like, fix melee. Like I feel like that's a terrible reason to make it like a tool. Right? Like don't get me wrong, I'm kinda like all for the whole having like another PoE that, with different skills and shit and stuff like that. Like, I'm going to try to make the bear druid work in whatever ways I can, try to figure that shit out. To be honest, I'm not looking forward to having to like balance the multiple skill passive skill tree system. But power to him, I guess. Just gives me more headache about my passive points. Um but I don't necessarily mind the whole concept of that. I know there's a lot of people that are kind of like turned off about it, but I feel like for how much stuff they want to change, I feel like it's probably the best course of action because if they changed PoE 1 with all the changes they wanted from PoE 2 going in that they're going to do going into PoE 2, I don't think it would have been very well, would have gone over very well. Um, forgot to dump the silver flask. Probably pick it up. At least on the line. I don't have. Oh, it's that thing. Guess we're just gonna ignore that. Just ignore it. Oh. Stack of div cards. I mean, I guess this one's like probably the best one. And then I need a normal. Something normal. I even give a shit about that one? Sure. I find it funny that the tip for oh, it's only one. Man. Boo. Replica item. That's pretty nice. Alright. See what this tiny trial is about. Oh shit. No! No! I clicked the wrong thing! Fuck! So I didn't know you could pick it up. Why couldn't you pick it up, bro? Why is that a thing? Who made that? Fuck that guy. Whoever made that. Be like that, bro. On. I was a problem. Left me. I go by myself. Ooh, sweep. Okay, actually, that does actually kind of suck. That does actually suck. Like, I really don't think that should be like that. Like, I feel like there should just be like there should be a button next to the start timer, like where the start timer is at the bottom. That just should be able to click that when you're done with it. I don't want to do it anymore. To be fair, not like I'd be able to craft anything fucking useful on it because I have no idea how the fuck that shit works. Yeah, is that? But now I know. Now I know. You have to right click a mouse instead of left clicking like a scrub. And don't fucking touch the belt or whatever I craft until I'm done with it. I think the whole like, okay, this one's 77, a little bit. Actually, no, I think we can still get something decent. I think. Oh wait, no, I think it's 78. I need to rewatch the video. There was a heist video I was watching that was talking about like the. I think it's the Paradoxica. But no, I think that's for Katarina. Oh, okay. I just need to do Katarina at some point to like get. Just trying to see if I can get a devouring diadem and kind of like work with that. See if I can't get a decently rolled one. Are these supposed to be like the cargo lines that like we don't come across and that make it all the way through? That'd be pretty cool. That's like the implication of what we're witnessing. It's not gonna be better than the one that we have. Ayulas. And then we don't get these since only a couple people, assuming is the case. Is he roasting? Is that a Roa? Bro. There's no way Roas taste good. You cannot convince me that Roas would taste good. Right, so that is all the safe houses. Now these guys just do their thing. While they do their thing, I gotta move these guys over. High quality. Quality modifying curve. Huh. Photography. Oh, that could be Harbinger orbs. Yeah, I'm thinking it's fortification is the one that I need for. I need to rewatch the video, basically. Ooh. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be it for tonight. It is basically time to wrap up. I guess we'll go say hi to the cringy boy. He's playing Sons of the Forest. Pretty decent little like the test run, I would say is a success. That's pretty nice. But we're gonna say hi to King. So thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. It was nephew. Have a good day. It was a nephew for yourself.